Okay, so I guess we're just starting with questions. I've never done this before, and this is actually my first Q&A ever.
This is gonna be the first question.
Yeah, go for it.
I love your scar, Victory Rock. It's so different in the book, but my question is, how was it doing the scene with Alexander Star, the final scene?
The rooftop scene?
Yes, one of my favorite scenes.
It was amazing. That's the best scene. That's my favorite scene from the stuff I got to do. We did this scene on the top of a rooftop down in downtown LA at I don't know, 1 in the morning, right? We had to get the sun right for the sunrise, and we had 40 minutes to get this scene in the can. And they had 4 cameras, and we had like a 3.5-page scene with 3.5 sides of dialogue, and it was really tough. And I was really excited to do this scene because it was gonna be a hard time getting it really right, also because it was such a emotionally loaded scene. But also it was beautiful because we had so little time to do the scene, we had to be, of course, on top of our games, everyone, and you always say you are, but like when we had that little time, you really had to be on top of your game, and you really had to know what you wanted, where you wanted the scene to go, and you know, everything just worked together to and complemented everything, and it was amazing. And when we did it, I was on the rooftop, my back to the camera, almost all the time. So I got to look at the other guys acting, even though I was in the scene too, and I must say that was amazing. I've never, the way Alex broke down in that scene and the way Anna broke down later, and it was amazing. I really, that's like my best acting experience ever. Yeah. Hey, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
So Bobby's coming back next season. So how do you feel about that? Well, we're happy.
I am extremely happy. You know what? I love that character so much, and I love the show so much, and I still love it. And I was so sad to go, even though I love the scene where I did die, vanish, I was dead. I'm still happy to get to explore the character even more and his past. And I don't know what it's going to be for now. I only heard that I'm going back, I guess, a little bit. So it might be a teeny bit, but I'm of course hoping for a little more. I don't know.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Hey!
How are you? Since Doja's coming back, will it be flashbacks, someone's dreams, or do you know yet?
I think it's through flashbacks. I told some of you people, some of you guys this. I was on set when we were shooting the last episode. I knew that I was going to die because I read the script obviously, and I knew how it was going to end and all this, but I didn't want to say goodbye. So I would be pitching ideas of how he could rise from the dead. Every day to Nancy, one of the writers, and it got really weird. It was like, a flashback is the most obvious way of doing it, but you know, at some point he had like a evil twin brother. Something like what do you call it when the moon blocks the sun?
Eclipse.
Eclipse, yeah. We were talking about making that happen in the last season. That could be done in post, I guess, you know? And also one of the far out ones, we were shooting one last scene, and I'm like, can I maybe hold the deck of cards in this scene? Because it really introduced the fact that he might be a magician. And then we keep bringing it back later, Puck's daughter at some children's birthday party. And I just thought that would be corporate, I don't know. I don't think they went with any of that. But who knows? I don't know. I didn't read the scripts yet. What was the question? I started hearing about something totally. I hope I answered your question. Who's got a question? No one?
Oh, okay.
Hey, man.
I had dreadlocks too. You had them in the show, correct? When you were turning. How did you do that?
They looked like dreadlocks. It was not my hair. I grew my hair out as much as I could before the show, but I had no idea what they wanted to do with my look. But they attached like extra hair with this really disgusting, I don't know what it was called, just like glued it on there, and then they dipped my hair in mud. So it was kind of just muddy hair. We went with like different looks of it. Some of it looked really like new wave, like really cool stuff, and then we went with I think it looked cool though. I wouldn't mind trying that look out for a little bit. You know, it fell out when I washed my hair, so I had hair all over the place. Yeah.
Hi, Allan.
Hey.
Hey. I have a question for you about your relationship with Eric. It's a really close relationship, as you can tell throughout the scene at the end on the rooftop. But there's a certain kind of line that I thought was going to be crossed. There's a lot of romantic tension. How do you feel about that?
You know what? I didn't see anything romantic in it at all. When a relationship is as close as there is, I think it's inevitable that it might, like, romantic tension might come out of it, because when you're as close with a person like Godfrey is with Eric, you love the person, and you would do anything for the person. And it's family, maker, vamp, I don't know what it's called, you know. So we had a lot of scenes. I know how it might look when looking at it after. I had never had this thoughts while we did it, but when I see the scene in just before God goes upstairs and sacrifices himself, the last thing is like Eric stops Godfrey and he says on the roof, "Look at my heart," whatever. And it's like I saw when I saw that. How it came out, we were really, really close. Like, it was like, I was like, was I going to kiss him? I didn't think that at all, we did it, you know? So I guess it's just like the outcome of a really, really close relationship that might resemble a love affair. Hello. I only got to film around LA. I think everything but the exterior, like some exterior scenes, is filmed in and around LA. I wasn't around. I went back to Denmark after I did my stuff, so I wasn't around. But I know that a group of people went down to Louisiana to do like a lot of exterior stuff when we finished all the stuff we could do in LA. I got to shoot in downtown and on the lot, this little really cozy, nice area on Santa Monica and Formosa, and a little bit in Malibu in like a burnt down forest. That was the Vikings scene, and then up in Whittier, that was the big church scene. So it was kind of everything was just around LA.
So are you from Denmark?
I am from Denmark, yeah. Actually, True Blood. When I came to do the podcast, this was my first trip to the U.S. ever. Wow. So it was very, very alien to be honest. But it was like a big experience. Very overwhelming, I must say. But I'm not in LA. This is actually my first trip outside of LA. So I still hadn't really gotten the real impression of the U.S., I guess, because LA is very sceney. So I want to do I really want to do like a road trip or something sometime, but I don't know. I can't rent a car yet. I'm too young.